welcome to what is effectively a follow-up from the Witch game video I did like a month back now, I think. So in that video I was talking about what original game I'm going to be focusing on, and this is kind of more tied with that, but like also talking about the unoriginal games and just kind of when they'll all happen and what's the plan with all that, kind of like a roadmap sort of thing. But before I get into that, there's 2 points to say. One of them is this null zone from September 10th to the end of September, where nothing will happen game related, no work will be done, because I'll be moving to university and settling in there, so I won't have time to work on them, and I'll probably want to settle in before jumping straight into coding, whatever. So yeah, September 10th to the end of September, roughly around then, probably nothing will happen. Another thing, it hasn't really been announced anywhere. I haven't made a public announcement, but more on Mayhem, which there are some devlogs on this channel. They're quite old now, but there are devlogs of it. That has been cancelled or pushed back, or it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. We're not working on it when we originally were. The plan was after Project Summer we work on it, but we are no longer working. It would be nice to work on it again in the future, but it just wasn't the right thing to do at that current time. So yeah, those are the 2 kind of important things out the way. So speaking of Project Summer, that is currently the main thing that's being prioritized. Project Summer is gaining pace a bit. There's a lot on my end needs to be done first before anything else can kind of be done. But it's going forward. If I had to give an estimate as to when it will come out, this is the thing. I feel like it would probably come out late September, but because of that break where I'm not going to be here, it might come out early August. Not August, October. So yeah, it's not far from coming out, but it's not much of it exists currently. So yeah, obviously it'll be nice to get the announcement as to what Project Summer is during summer. If we get enough of it done, then and the others are willing, I'm sure we could probably maybe late August kind of reveal what is Project Summer, because we are going to need to in advance. So yeah, that's Project Summer. Then there's of course Seal Game. Now Seal Game's an interesting one, because that was obviously after the Witch game video. It was the one that I decided on working on fully, and that is true. However, this brings me back to the university point. University, I'm going to be learning Unity and Unreal, which are both powerful engines, more powerful than GameMaker, which is what I'm using currently. Both of those have access to the 3rd dimension, and as well as 2D as well, so there's a lot you can do with them. And what I've been thinking is just waiting on Seal Game, not because it's going to be a long game to make, right? I know I said size doesn't matter. I'll work on it anyway. But I also don't want to be working on GameMaker for a long time whilst I'm learning Unity and Unreal. That will kind of be confusing. Eventually I just want to completely swap to Unity or Unreal. So to have a long-term project and start it kind of around now on GameMaker isn't a very good idea. So what I'm thinking is just basically waiting, pushing back until I've kind of learnt Unity, or probably be Unity, and then making it in Unity instead. And I would like to make it 3D instead. When I say 3D, I don't mean as in like it's an open world you can walk around. It will still be a 2D screen, like a side scroller, but it will just be like Crash 1 or the Donkey Kong games, where it's just 3D but on a 2D plane basically. So, and the reasons for that is because animations, don't quote me on this, but I think 3D animating will be easier than 2D animating. At least maybe less time consuming. Maybe, because all you have to do is model the character, then rig it, then you just kind of move the body parts around. Where with 2D, you can't really do that. I guess you could if you design the character very well, but it's kind of hard with how I made Simon. So a 3D render of Simon would be easier to animate. Obviously, I'll need to learn how to model. I've modeled a few things, and none of them are particularly good, so I would need to learn how to model. But we would be taught that in the university course I'm doing, as well as how to code. So that's the thing for Seal Game. Will probably be pushed back. Probably won't start it until I know enough about Unity and Blender and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know when that will be. Maybe around November or December. I don't know, but someone over them. And that kind of those are the two main things. Then there's two other games. One of which, well, they're both actually old games. One of which is actually very old, but one of them is controversial. So I'll get that one out of the way. Restart. So with Seal Game being pushed there, I think that's a good enough reason pushing it to there. It's not me procrastinating, it's me wanting to not be working on something when I'm learning something else. I feel like that's best for the game and could be more efficient with me learning how to use Unity in the long run. So I feel like that's why that should go there. But Restart is a game I could get done in a month. So what the plan is, the schedule is to do Restart alongside Project Summer. Project Summer would obviously prioritize it. Restart might be something I like. Whilst I'm in a voice chat, I do a little work on it or something. It's very easy to work on. It requires no drawing. Everything is made within GameMaker. And if I could just get Restart done before Seal Game, then I count that a win. I do enjoy working on Restart because of the efficiency and because I don't need to animate or draw or anything like that. So I know some of you might think that's a bit controversial or whatever, I don't know, but I think that's a good idea. I think. And it's technically going back on what I said with the Witch Game video, but Seal Game will still be the prime focus. This is just kind of something to do in the meantime, and I don't know how much I'll get done because of, like I said, Project Summer. I just want to emphasize Project Summer will have priority over Restarted before anyone gets upset. But yeah, that's the thing with Restart. Now, if I go back to the point I made at the beginning of the video with More on Mayhem, that was obviously gonna start September somewhere, be Project Autumn, Winter, whatever. But now that space is cleared up, obviously Seal Game will be someone around then, but be nice to have an unoriginal thing as well. I've spoken about it recently in voice chats as well, which is Red Tactics update, because I was going to have an update before Project Summer started, but I left it too late and burnout and whatnot. It just kind of caused it to never happen. So it would be nice to kind of add all the stuff that was supposed to be in that update, because the unoriginal games, that kind of... Ooh, that scared me. That the unoriginal games is now clear for the end of the year period. There's nothing there anymore, so I could plonk in Red Tactics and get that update out, because that would be a cool update, and I'm not denying that. So yeah, that's basically the plan. To summarize again, Project Summer and Restart will be kind of worked on until Project Summer comes out around late September, early August. Not August, why do I keep saying August? October. And yeah, they'll just kind of coexist, but Project Summer will be higher on the priority. Then Red Tactics will be developed at the update after Project Summer. And then Seal Game will crop in when I have the knowledge of how to make it. So yeah, hopefully that's all good with you. If there's any questions, you can ask, and if there's any complaints, you can say. I'm open to anything. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I don't know if there'll be any devlogs soon. There might be some music for Restart cropping up. There's obviously not going to be devlogs for Project Summer, and I probably won't make them for Restart either. So you'll probably just see music for a while until who knows what. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you whenever. Goodbye.